interesting than Christmas is, the history of Christmas, actually. There's a thing in my school, I'm sure many of you, you know, if you're in high school, or, you know, were in high school, maybe you weren't, who knows, or whether you're out of high school, but remember doing something similar to a super project, basically a final kind of project presentation. So I did mine in my ECU history class, and not that I'm some history thing. And I love the history teacher. I mean, I've only been at school for like a month or 2 months, high school. But yeah, you know, he was fantastic. You know, great guy, really taught the history well. Could be a little bit, you know, not necessarily quick to anger, but a little, you know, almost petty, kind of. Like, I don't know, just acted weird, but, you know, still, I really got me really impressed in history and taught this stuff so, you know, well. And I'll probably pass on a lot of what I learned to, you guys if you're all interested. You know, I'll probably make a couple videos about that or whatever. And actually, yeah, Let's Plays. You know, so again, I want to do more of these. I'd love to figure out more to talk about, but hopefully I can play a game that's more varied. And, you know, playing this, and plus, you know, trying to do it all in one sitting. As you can tell, I'm trying to talk a lot about a variety of subjects. I personally like this stuff, and video games, you know. So I figure, why not? You know, you guys may not be interested. No, it's perfectly fine, but I figure I would be a fairly interesting life, you know. And if you guys are listening, you probably want to know a little bit about me. Just the same, I want to know about you guys. So whether you want to shoot me a excuse me, a Gmail message or, you know, YouTube message or comments or whatever, you know, I'll read the comments. You know, I read every single one, and I get emails from them, so, you know, I'll definitely be updated on it.
What are you looking at?
And again, I'm kind of talking over 5 or 6 guys already. You know, my first video, I'm not expecting anything too great. I don't want to get into the first series Let's Play, because some of the things I kind of have to get before I do that are, one, obviously. And again, I'm not a huge computer gaming person, but I just don't have time on it, so it'd be easier to kind of do emulation. And if I do emulation, I'd much prefer to have a way to do it with, like, a traditional controller associated with it, you know, and I know it's definitely possible. I'm just not sure how, you know, whether I need a modded controller that can hook up to it, or I need something like, you know, the one end you can link to another has a USB port or whatever. And until I do that, I need a way to get the emulations, and then, you know, get them to work with the controller. So I don't, you know, obviously waste the money on buying something that's probably too expensive, but, you know, why buy something if you're not going to use it? Well, I guess if you feel you're staying rich. Rich people, I don't get it personally. They're like, I could do with like 20 more cars. It's like, why collect cars? Like, then again, though, really helping the economy, you know? And then exports and imports works both ways, you know? So, hey, rich people, bravo. I mean, I know you could technically donate to charity, but even then, charity is sort of a trickle-down theory, you know, that, like, it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it sort of has to get to the bottom people, you know? It's not like just like, you know, oh, you donated to them, like, to this charity, and all of a sudden it goes, like, directly to the people. You know, it's supposed to supposedly be a fun happen. Anyway, here's the thing that, as you can see, pretty much rapes everything in sight. And as long as you tap, you can usually almost make a constant situation. I feel like there's a that's what he said joke in there, but more like a potty humor joke, but anyway. Yeah, and it's kind of nice if you just want to spray, especially when there's a lot of these, yes, and these are Jesus buttons. All the new enemies, except for the actual Easter Bunny himself. It's a person. I'm assuming it's a guy. I don't know, I mean, Bunny's outside Thunder, but, you didn't get, well, not himself, actually, yeah. That's something that kind of impressed me. Like, guns, I have mixed feelings about. Personally, you know, as a support, general bans on guns, just because, and here's the reasoning. The biggest argument for guns is, self-defense. And that makes perfect sense. I totally understand the argument. I totally appreciate where they're coming from. But the problem is, most gun regulations, or at least safety procedures, mean that you have to have the gun unloaded, in a safe place, locked, Let's say someone does break into your house. That means you have to get up from your bed, figure out what the hell is going on, get to wherever it is, unlock it, and again, I'm saying, technically, let's assume it's unlocked. Put it out of your cabinet, load it, cock it, get it all together, and find whoever's there. If someone breaks into a house, they'll probably, and again, this is with the intent that they're going to harm you, not, because, most robberies do tend to be just that, they're just a focus on robbing, they don't actually want to hurt people, There are definitely violent crimes, but if you kind of listen to the news, you'll notice at least the most publicized ones tend not to be someone broke into your house and killed someone, but rather, they were abducted off the street, or, they were, in a secluded area. They're usually outside the home, because it's much harder to find someone in their home, kill them, and not leave it. If you have someone, this is morbid, but, logically speaking, if you have someone in your home, a murder, if a murderer has your victim in their home, it's easier, because they're not going to investigate the home if there's no, if no one's called them, unless they leave a trace to that place. So, again, I apologize for the really gruesome imagery, but, that's just the really twisted, kind of, and that's not an argument for against guns, but that's, that whole scenario. But you can kind of see why I'm saying it's unpractical to actually own a gun, the biggest argument for it. So I really don't think there's use to it. The second argument people have is, well, what if the government, became too strong? The point, the original point of founding fathers was made to be able to revolt against the government if needed to. And again, very fair point. I definitely think that's a valid point. I think the government should, definitely be the product of its people, not, the sheer governing body. Yeah, it should govern them, but at the same time it should be a voice of the people as a whole, not, and work in their interest. Because, see, I think government should balance doing what the people want versus doing what's best for the people. You know what I mean? Perfect example is, gay marriage. I don't know what the majority opinion is, but I have a lot of opinions on it. Well, not a lot of opinions, I have a very strong opinion on it. And actually, it's that denying, gay people, homosexuals, whatever, people marriage is just horrible, archaic, and demonizing. Because I know, I get the point, okay, yeah, you want to say it's a founding of society. That's complete bullshit. Alright, I mean, let's be sincere. Again, I hate the curse, but I think it warrants it. The fact that people are trying to say it's the founding of society, yeah, marriage is important, but then why do people cheat if it's so important to these people? You know what I mean? Okay, maybe there's just a few bad eggs, but no, there are tons of people who cheat on their partners. And that just proves that it's not just because you're free, you somehow know more. And alright, let's get into civil news then. That is pretty much just as bad, because, again, I look at it the same way as the separate but equal, kind of ideology, not ideology, but idea in the 60s. You had a group of people that people, for some reason, just because I guess they were afraid of them, or they were different, or whatever, discriminated against. So they, made them second-class citizens, essentially. But they were given the same, generally speaking, some of the same rights, and try and pass it off as it's okay, just because they're different, that's why you had black and white drinking, black and white bathrooms, black and white schools. But again, it's all the while dehumanizing. It's not necessarily saying, oh, one's better than the other, even though obviously, the white ones would be the better facilities, just because they weren't the ones being discriminated against, If you saw white people calling each other names, then I would believe it. And, excuse me. I guess that's my point. Racism is racism. It doesn't matter if you're a black person, white person, green person, blue person, yellow person, brown person, every color of the rainbow. Racism is racism. You know what I mean? If you're discriminating on someone on the basis of their race, these